This is a very serious question. Don't scroll. Do you own Sparking Zero? Did you pay $100 for the DLC or just the Seasons Pass in general? How do you currently feel about the Seasons Pass that we just got with DLC Pack 1? I'm thoroughly enjoying it for once, while a lot of other people think it's very underwhelming and a lot of people said they got bored after Beast Gohan. I'll be honest, I was usually here for Beast Gohan and maybe just the Gammas a little bit, but other than that, I'm just a Gohan fan, like real rap. I always liked Gohan. Shoot, growing up, I think if I had to say what was the face of Tenkaichi in a lot of ways, one of the most important characters to play with has always been Teen Gohan. I've been saying that since I was like 7 years old. Do you think Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC 1 is very underwhelming? Are you upset by it or are you bored? I'm gonna answer all these questions in today's video. We got a lot to talk about. So let's talk about what's in the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC Pack 1 and why I probably didn't do a full review on it just yet. In DLC Pack 1, you got Base Super Piccolo, you got the Awakened Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max, Beast Gohan, Base Superhero going up to what, Super Saiyan 2 I believe, and Potential Unleashed, Giant Piccolo. Then you got Gamma 1 and 2. And I'll be honest, if I had to give my honest take on the 11 playable characters they gave us, this is a Tenkaichi problem. A lot of people were like, wait, they're counting these other forms as DLC characters, now we have to pay for it? That's what I was saying about having more fleshed out, unique characters and letting them go crazy with the DLC. And I feel like this is where Sparking Zero misses a huge mark on the game. Like, I think it would have been kind of funny if they would have put Pan in here, because Pan would have just been hilarious seeing how she was in Super, even the baby version, if they would have just went crazy with it. This would have been a perfect opportunity to make Android 21 playable in Sparking Zero. I really want Android 21. Gamma 1 and 2 made honest, perfect sense for this. And I know this would have probably pissed people off, but they could have memed like the failed Gotenk versions we got in the movie. As much as that pisses me off about Dragon Ball right now, that irritates the shit out of me, even with Diamond. The next big problem is that I actually had a video about this that I never released. It was gonna come out like a couple weeks ago, but I was like, forget it. DLC will come soon, and that's before the Battle Hour got canceled. And shout out to all the people that are affected by those fires and all that. That is not good. That is not a good time at all. But when it comes to the costumes and the other cosmetics in the game, they're worse than Capcom. See, if you've been playing Street Fighter 6, a lot of people generally love Street Fighter 6. However, the big frustration with Street Fighter 6 is the lack of costumes for their favorite characters. We got DLC 3 a year ago, and there's no DLC 4 in Street Fighter 6 currently. But holy shit, this is worse than Street Fighter could ever be. And DLC Pack 1, literally we only get one DLC character, and it's like Police Officer Red Ribbon Outfit controlled Piccolo. I think that sucks. I think they should have dropped at least 3 to 4 outfits in the game as well. One costume ain't doing nothing, especially when everybody ain't playing Piccolo and Sparking. He's not the most popular character, but he is a loved one. And then I'll finally say my hot take. I think custom battles on console very sucks. Like the pre-made custom battles don't do anything for the game because, like, I don't know. I just feel like they just need to let people, like the modded runs that were on PC were outstanding. This kind of sucks to me. I'm never a fan of custom battles at all. I think the one positive of the DLC that I will say is that DLC 1 Hero of Justice Pack, you did get 3 days early if you bought the Seasons Pass and stuff like that. I'm personally a big fan of it from a content creator perspective because it lets me work on stuff and talk about it way earlier than not. But for everybody else, the average consumer, they're probably like, I'm gonna play it when it come out. Like, why should I care? And the reason why this is a problem, not only for DLC Pack 1, but for the rest of the characters that come to the future of this game, and if they don't change, if we do get another whole Seasons Pass after this, it becomes problematic because now we know to expect that some characters will have to go through giving us multiple forms to get the one form people want. Like in Daima, don't get me wrong, love or hate Daima, most people right now, especially if you've been on Twitter, people think about, okay, Glorio, and then like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and they might have some other form we don't know of about Daima or something like that that might be even more interesting than Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Outside of that, I don't want to play with nobody else from Daima from what I watched so far, 12 plus episodes. Let's be honest, who else would you want to play with? Majin Buu or Majin Buu? You got the originals in the game. You gonna get mad at unless they broke? you ain't gonna play him. And I feel like Sparking Zero, Spike Chunsoft has to do better with their DLC all across the board. It's a content issue that is paid at this point outside of the game. The fact that instead of 3 custom battles, I will personally take new stages and maps. Where's my Glacier stage? They could have taken it and just repurposed it from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Where's the stage with Vegeta versus Android 18? Do we even have a Space or Namek stage in the game? I don't think we got one. I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna lose my mind doing this video. Oh my god, I'm getting mad. But this is the result of Sparking Zero Tenkaichi asking for DLC for this game. Some forms you're probably not caring about. Most people, even if you play quick match at this point, people are just strictly picking Beast Gohan or the Gammas. I barely seen a person play with Piccolo unless they streaming or something, you know? All in all, I think Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a dream come true game. But I do feel like it has a lot of areas that it's just catching up to compared to other games in the genre. Right now, I am highly addicted to Marvel Rivals and Monster Hunter coming in the next month, and I don't know how long I can keep playing Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with everything that keeps coming up with the game. It's a love-hate relationship. Regardless of me feeling that way, I still think this game can be something beautiful, and the last couple patches have been really fun to play overall. Is the game perfect? No. I'm gonna always come out and say things I don't like with the game as well. I'm not gonna just shill a game because they got Dragon Ball on it. But I do think they need to change their approach, not only for Spike Chunsoft, but this DLC giving us more characters when in reality it's just broken down forms of other moves and stuff like that. I don't know. They gotta rework this system altogether. And the giant forms, not everybody liked the giant forms of characters in Tenkaichi. So now you feel like some of the character slots are wasted. And you feel like it's underwhelming or you got bored because you hopped on to play a character that doesn't have much depth. But anyway, I made a whole video about like why smaller rosters for fighting games are cooler because they get to flesh out a lot of the characters. I will still stand on that point. Nobody can change that ever. If you play actual fighting games and played other good arena fighters, you would know this. But that being said, tell me how y'all feel below. This is a huge problem. I think Spike and Bandai need to adjust how they give out DLC and what comes in the content of this in the future. It might not change in this season's pass, but if they do another one, it has to change. You guys are golden, and that is Raw. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And next thing we're doing is probably Virtual Fighter and more Bleach content on this channel. So I'm out, and peace.
Let's see who's stronger.